Hello, everyone. This is World Cup 2026 Extra Time. My name is Stephen Rabinowitz. We had a very eventful day yesterday. I am a big Nick fan. They just won the championship last night, so my voice is a little hoarser today, so to speak. But we did have four games that we're looking at from yesterday's play. So let's start. Let's quickly go over the four games in yesterday's World Cup play. The first full day of group play at the World Cup. Qatar and Switzerland playing in San Francisco. Switzerland had almost this entire game in the palm of their hand. They had 26 shots to Qatar six. Qatar actually had the first good look in this game early on, but it didn't come into anything. And then they really didn't have a lot of possession probably until later in the second half. They got a penalty. Did Switzerland's 17th minute scoring on that from Mbolo. Uh, right call. It was not a red card, it turned out to be, but it was definitely a penalty. And that's where Switzerland got their first goal, and they never got a second because Qatar's goalie had a outstanding outstanding game, and that really helped set the stage for extra time. I think it was the sixth latest goal in extra time to equalize, but it was a play that ended up in an own goal for Switzerland, and that's a 1-1 draw and a bad decision for Switzerland. It's not impossible to come back from that. Obviously, in a 32 team World Cup, there's going to be ups and downs all around, but this is something that it's tough to come back from, at least for a mentality standpoint. Qatar was on their heels for a decent amount of the game. Switzerland had a lot of chances. They just never finished. And we're going to see what happens. That whole group is now tied at 1 point, tied with 1 point. And obviously, the goal differential is nothing. And everybody got a goal in their first game. So everything is pretty much even Steven. So Canada plays Qatar at 6 p.m. on Thursday. Earlier in the day, it's Switzerland and Bosnia Herzegovina, and that is a massive game for this group. I kind of think this is in Bosnia's hands now, but we'll see what happens. Canada is going to need the 3 points though against Qatar, but now Switzerland does not have a chance to run up the score against Qatar because they didn't have a chance, didn't run up the score against Qatar at all. They drew. So we'll see what happens. Moving on to MetLife Stadium for Brazil Morocco. This game was excellent all around. I do have to say, Brazil is now one. Yeah, this is a 1-1 draw. Brazil now unbeaten in their opening match in the last 21 World Cups, and Morocco hasn't lost in their last five group stage matches. Great first 20 minutes, like pre-hydration break for Morocco was excellent, and that's where they get their first goal by Salibari. 21 minutes in the 21st minute. They really should have been leading this game at halftime, but Vinny Jr. from Brazil, Vicinius Jr., had just drew an excellent chance and got it to be a 1-1 game at half. And then we just really didn't see a lot. Morocco didn't have an attempt until the ninth minute of stoppage time in the second half. Morocco did have five shots against Brazil in the opening 10 minutes of a World Cup match. This is the second time that's ever happened. Last time it happened was 1966, but Brazil was the better team in the second half. They ended up with a little bit more on possession, a little bit more on shots on target, but they never again really did too much to get themselves that equalizing goal, to get themselves that goal that would put them ahead. And it really is a little bit of a balloon deflator, but really nothing ventured, nothing gained in this one because I think Brazil and Morocco are still going to end up at the top of the group. I think it's just really a question of what they do in their games against Haiti and Scotland. So we'll see what happens. Speaking of Haiti and Scotland, they played the nightcap. Well, one of the nightcaps. The nightcap is 12 a.m., but this game was in New England. Highest get-in price of any game, which is insane. This was John McGinn scored at the 28th minute. 31-year-old John McGinn, one of the oldest to do it for Scotland in the World Cup. Kenny Dalglish was the last in 1982 against New Zealand. Scotland winning their opening match. They win 1-0. They win their opening match for the third time at the FIFA World Cup. Atmosphere insane for this game. Uh, Haiti actually looked really like the better possession team later in the game. Probably had the best chance in stoppage time, but they could not get the job done. Scotland had a very good defensive solidarity in this game, and I do have to say, the fact that Scotland showed up so far, so they do have their second game against Morocco also in uh, in in Boston/Foxborough on Friday. But it's funny because that second time that crowd was just so insane. But I think it's almost a disservice to put that game at 2 a.m. on a Saturday or a Sunday morning in Scotland. But getting a job done with 3 points was crucial for this team. Let's see if they can make a run. They have a 6 o'clock game on Friday against Morocco in a game now where they can kind of aim for 1 point and kind of keep themselves in contention to get themselves through to the round of 32. Brazil will play Haiti in Philadelphia on Friday at 8:30. That should be a nice little scene there. We'll see what happens, but this has been a good run for Scotland, and it's good to see them get some World Cup points on the board. Last game, 12 a.m. game, came and ended almost not even 7 hours ago. Australia stunning Turkiye 2-0. The captain, Hakan Chanalou said that Turkey had better individual quality than Australia, and they lose 2-0. This is a team that in Australia that looked very fresh. They looked like a team that really wanted this a bit more, and got to give them credit. Iran Kunda scoring the first goal for this for Australia in the 27th minute, and then Metcalf scoring in the 75th minute. This is another amazing goalie performance uh, from Patrick from their goalie Patrick Beach, and this was just insanity for Australia. They looked much more like the better team in Turkey looked much more like the better team in this game. Possession, they had it almost 3-1, 71.6 to 28.4. 20 chances created, 30 shots on goal, although only 8 on target. But Turkey just never got the job done. And this is one of the first times I think in like 10 group stage matches where they don't even get a goal and get shut out. Connor, yeah, this was just, and you could see that they had some of these great shots on goal. If you can watch the Connor Metcalf shot that happened in the 75th minute that got them up 2-0. That was just a work of magic. And I might have, for US fan, you might take Australia a little seriously more now. They will play in Seattle against the U.S. men's national team on Friday at 3, and that game is going to probably be for the group at this point, you would think. And then Turkey and Paraguay will meet in Santa Clara in what'll pretty much be a staying live game. That game will be late night on Friday going into Saturday. So remember to see us on all of our social medias: Instagram, WCE Extra Time, World Cup 2026 Extra Time on Facebook and YouTube. We will be back later tonight. My voice will hopefully be a little more recovered when we take a look at the rest of day 4. And we got some good matches going on then. So, yeah, day 4, we have a very good lineup for you there. Germany, Curacao kicking it off at 1 o'clock. Can Curacao do anything? Netherlands, Japan later on. Ivory Coast, Ecuador, and Sweden, Tunisia. So the start of Group E and Group F. We'll talk to you then with World Cup 2026 Extra Time.